Well, hey guys, Mason here, and I'm out today with Benham and Shooter Tech. So we got the new KTM 790. I'm good there. We got the new KTM 790 and the Triumph Tiger 900 Rally. And in my tank bag, I've got 5 letters to go out to Patreons. Super exciting. Thanks guys, thanks for the support. All right, so we're gonna get those dropped off and then we're going for a ride.
Beauty.
So you guys are getting some miles on the bikes now, on the new bikes.
Yeah, I would say more than any bike I've ever had.
Yeah, I'm approaching 3,000 now. So.
3,000 on the Triumph and 2,000 on the KTM?
Yep, 1954 to be exact.
Awesome.
I think it's the style of bike. I'm more inclined to take it on road trips to work and things like that. A little bit more comfy than a dirt bike. Not quite Triumph comfy, but it's definitely an improvement for me. Or KLR comfy for that matter.
Okay, so first job of the day. Let's get these in the mail.
Are you gonna pose?
Clip this back up and we are ready, guys. Thanks. Good to get those off.
We'll just wait on this. There's an ambulance coming, so we'll just let her go.
I don't know, these Triumphs aren't fun to keep up with though, are they?
Oh, I have my work cut out for me now, I'll tell you, with you two. It's all right. That's awesome, actually. When I ride with you guys, I'll have to take Melon's place.
He's never had a hard time keeping up, and I don't think you will either.
I'll do my best. I got some, there's some heavy metal here to keep up with now. You guys are rocking some pretty cool iron. And listen, so I was at work last week, and a group of like, gosh, there had to be 6 or 7 of them went by, all on Triumphs, BMWs, the 790s.
Wow.
It was like a parade of the latest equipment.
Oh, really?
They were headed north towards Lions Head. It was really cool to see. I actually stopped and watched. So there's usually one guy riding something clapped out. You don't usually see that much like 2019 or 2020 equipment going by.
No.
So I honestly think the sport's gaining momentum. It's very cool to see.
Well, I mean, even the fact that, you know, the Triumph had to be ordered months in advance just to get one. Yeah. You know, the 790, you can't get your hands on one.
No. The T7's the same boat. I know people that had put money down and have now pulled their money back because it's just the delay is too great.
Yep.
So now they're waiting. And I hope the manufacturers keep production fairly high because I think there's a fair number of guys waiting.
I've heard the same, and it's not COVID-19. It's totally related to demand.
Yeah. Sure. I don't know whether they expect demand to be lower or...
I think they did expect it to be lower. Down at peak, Gary was saying that he's never been as busy.
That's good.
Yep. But I think people are doing these types of things because they're not spending money other places, and I
think a lot of it comes down to the fact that manufacturers are finally, and I mean finally, producing motorcycles that fit the bill for a much larger percentage of the population.
Yeah. So
like either the Triumph or the KTM in the 790 version is still very rideable, even if you have a street background. You know?
Totally.
They're upright, they're easier on the body. They're just as, well, they're more comfortable than any sport bike, without a doubt.
Well, I have to say on the forums, at least 30% of the people on the forums are predominantly street.
Sure.
Oh yeah, like the way we ride, like this bike, I think your KTM's more off-road oriented. But this bike, I'd say 90% of them never go on more than a gravel road.
Yeah.
Well, for sure. And I think that was the thing with the BMWs too. But I mean, some of that has to do with the price point, don't you think? Like,
for sure.
I don't think once you cross 20,000, you're as eager to throw it down in a rock pile.
No, totally. And even if you look at the features that you get on the Triumph and the BMW, I mean, that's marketing. They're not putting those. They're not putting them on the KTM because it's too expensive. They're not putting them on because they're trying to go after a certain market.
Absolutely, agreed.
They've done their research. They know that there's enough people.
Yeah, but you're also running along on a great big dirt bike, but it does have cruise control. Like, I mean, they've done the important stuff is there. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about this the other day. And you could argue it either way, but I think that the KTM and the Triumph, they've done so well, and they're both so similar, although they're slightly each biased in a different way.
Totally.
Like the Triumph likely is your pick if you do nothing more than the odd gravel road, and the KTM is likely your pick if you do predominantly off-road. But if you cross over 50-50, there's not much choosing between them.
Nope. Agreed.
Like, both those bikes are very capable. Both of them run really nice. I have had a chance to ride them, but we won't get into that right now. Power, like on the street, guys. Oh, you guys have it made in the shade. I've never really truly found the KLR lacking for what we do. Like, we don't really run much in the way of 400 series highways, and
no.
You know, and it does okay, but boy, there is something about that microscopic twist of the throttle that propels you forward that is addictive.
Well, especially for someone with your background, you're going to pick up on that stuff right away. Someone that hasn't ridden power probably would not notice it because the KLR does just fine on those highways.
Yeah, maybe.
But you've got a background of sport bikes, so you kind of get a little taste of that.
They both manufacturers, I tell you, they've hit it out of the park. We'll see how. It'll be interesting to see how the T7 does with their goal of being just a much more basic machine. That, you know, that's something they've actually aimed for.
Yeah, I think reliability is where they're really going to excel. Absolutely.
Yeah, there will be. Although tech's come so far, I don't expect many problems with the electronics on your particular machines either. But Yamaha has decided to keep that pretty much out of the equation. So what are your maintenance intervals, guys? Is there a big difference between the Triumph and the KTM? Or do you guys even know?
Mine's every 10 is supposed to be. But
every 10?
I think mine's spread out a little further than that. I think mine's at 15 next.
Okay, yeah. But we're talking oil changes here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then is there such a thing as still valve checks, or is it so far away that the average person doesn't even need to worry about it?
It's like 30, 40K, I think.
30, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Triumph's telling me that over the last several years, when they're opening up 30,000K engines, then they're like new, like they don't need anything. So.
Anyway, nice machines, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm liking it. I'm not regretting the move.
No.
You can't.
Yeah, that KLR is right there. I knew it would be.
She's stretching her legs though, boys.
I haven't even turned my throttle yet. That's just idle.
I know. It's like being that guy that rode a 600 when we were all on leader bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll actually get up and scat if you know how to work them. But boy, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, you're using the full spectrum, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The more power you get away with a lot more. You can still accelerate hard without being perfect.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am a couple cylinders short, so she's doing all right. Not bad for a paint can.
No. For me, the biggest difference over the KLR, I mean, aside from the power, is this thing feels so much smaller.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like,
and it's like you sit higher on it or something. And this you sort of sit in, that you sit on.
Yeah.
I noticed that with the KTM too. Seems to be a much higher. Although I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is. No.
It just has something to do with the dash placement. And
yeah. Yeah, like my 700 with a 701, I was definitely sitting higher. I still haven't set my sag. Did you? I don't have a sag setting in the manual. There's no sag setting.
It's roughly 25 to 30%.
Yeah.
Is that right, Shoot?
Yeah, I think that's the norm, right? So
we'll just somewhere we'll be able to find your total length of rear travel, and we'll take 25% of that, and we'll set that as your sag, because I think you err on the side of less because of the off-roading.
Yeah. Keep it stiffer.
I think on the street 30% would likely be more comfortable.
Yeah.
And then of course you got to balance it between empty and loaded.
Yep. I have settings right in my clickers that tell me full load, sport,
Oh, cool.
all that. So I know how many clicks.
Oh, good.
Embarrassingly, I haven't even checked it.
Oh,
Because
well.
it feels okay.
I'm gonna stop here for 1 second. You guys just
Oh, you
carry
gotta
on.
turn it in slightly
Oh, yeah.
gravel road, slightly less groom mode.
Yes, friggin'. That's one complaint. Let me change this while I'm stopped.
That's okay. Let me
We'll
get out
move it.
the tester and see just how deep the loam is. You have to put that in, don't you? It's a 3/4 inch loam with a 1/2 inch crush.
Yep, I'd say 1/2 inch. Yep.
80% sand mix. You got all
Yep.
that in?
Yep.
All right, we're go.
Are you good?
Now I'm allowed to spin.
Roost protection on. Oh, I'm sorry. I have my high beams on. Must have bumped that.
It was keeping my back warm.
I thought your bike did that, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Does it have something goes up your jacket, keeps your kidneys?
yeah, gives you a massage.
My poor old bike.
You know what though, surprisingly, you're right there. There's only
Yeah.
so
I didn't lose you that time, but I had to take it right to red. All right.
Into the dirt.
Into the dirt.
They didn't grade it, but the potholes are a lot better. I was expecting it to be worse.
Feels good.
Well, guys, thanks a lot for riding along with us today. I hope everyone's getting out for a rip. I know we are, and it feels fantastic. Anyway, more to come this season from the new bikes, and of course we got DV's Adventures along with us with the other old KLR, Old Mason, Melon one. We got to get him up here as soon as things settle down.
Yeah.
Then we'll be back with you guys. So that's it for us. Mind how you go, and we'll catch you on the next one. Mason, Shooter, Venom, out.
Take the lead there if you want, Venom.
Where are we going?
I don't know, wherever you want. I'm just changing my screen.
What the hell just happened there?
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird, just shut off.
I think that you went from gravel and hit the pavement and hooked up, and it stopped your wheelie.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I think just happened.
so the traction control.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
That was weird. Like you left a big burn mark on the pavement.
Did I?
Well, like where
Oh,
it
yeah,
spun
like a
all the
skid.
gravel off. Yeah.
I didn't even know I was spinning my wheel. I knew I was spinning a little, but I didn't think I was spinning that much.
That was a jumped out a little bit on me.
Hey guys, if you liked that video, hit the thumbs up button for us. It goes a long way towards helping out the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button in the upper corner for new videos every Sunday. Be glad to have you along for the ride.
Free